Hi everybody, this is TheWhisperCorner, and in this video I'm going to be looking at the teams that have spent the longest time in the championship. For those of you who don't follow football, that's the league below the Premier League. I did a bit of research on this evening. I started off feeling fine, and at the end I had a sore head. So that's how long this takes. Let's see, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We need 14 columns. Let's see, 14, 24. Okay, so we will do 14, 25, okay. Let's just mark this off. So what I did was I started off with the teams that are currently in the championship, and then checked every year to see if they were still there, and then if they weren't, it was a matter of, well, did they come up from League One, or did they get relegated from the Premier League the season before? Let's see, there's 24 teams. I want to get this the right length and not make a mess of it to begin with. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I'm going to try that again because I don't trust myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Super. Very easily pleased. So I need so many columns because of the length of time that certain teams have spent in the championship. I thought for a while, this is not going well. Let's see, maybe I turn it around more straight. It doesn't really matter, it's just a matter of being tidy looking. As it turned out, the team that's been there the longest, I would need a whole other page to carry on. But don't worry, I've made a note of how long they've been there for, and this whole drawing straight lines thing has went terrible, but it doesn't really matter, I suppose. So, to begin, first thing I need to do is write down the teams that are currently in this championship. These aren't in alphabetical order. These are in the order of which the league table is currently. So that's Norwich City, Sheffield United, Leeds United, West Bromwich Albion, Middlesbrough, Bristol City, Derby County, Birmingham, Nottingham Forest, Preston North End, Aston Villa, Swansea, Hull, Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, Brentford, Stoke, QPR, Wigan, Millwall, Reading, Rotherham, Bolton, and finally Ipswich. So, to begin with, we start off with this season, which is 2018-2019. So, obviously, they've all been in the division at least one season. Okay, so then I looked at 2017-2018, and in that season West Brom went down from the Premier League, Swansea went down from the Premier League, and Stoke went down from the Premier League. So we can rule them out for the rest of the years, because it's not a matter of who's been there most often, it's who's been there the longest. So they're out. And in the same year, Blackburn got promoted to the Championship from League One. So did Wigan, and so did Rotherham. So they're equally all out of the future seasons. So that's all the other teams have been there for at least 2 seasons. So then what I did was the same thing each time. So we're now into 2016-17. I looked to see which teams were in the division that year. And Norwich were there. Leeds were there. Bristol City, the whole way to Villa. They were all there. Sheffield Wednesday and Brentford were there. QPR was there. Reading was there. And Ipswich was there. So Sheffield United weren't there because that season they were getting promoted from League One. Middlesbrough weren't there. They were getting relegated from the Premier League. Hull were getting relegated from the Premier League. Millwall got promoted from League One, I believe, by the playoffs, and Bolton got promoted from League One. So we can now get rid of the following teams. Get rid of Sheffield United. Get rid of Middlesbrough. Get rid of Hull. Millwall and Bolton. So next up we come to 2015, 2016. So look for the teams that were there. So Leeds were there, so that's 4. Then from Bristol City to Preston. So there's Preston, so that's Bristol City. Sheffield Wednesday and Brentford. QPR. Reading and Ipswich. Okay, so Norwich City weren't there as they were getting relegated from the Premier League. Aston Villa weren't there as they were getting relegated from the Premier League. And I think that's everything. All the rest of them are either there or already gone. So again, we can now get rid of Norwich City the rest of the way, and get rid of Aston Villa the rest of the way. Okay, 2014, 2015. So which teams were still there? So Leeds were there. Derby to Forest. Derby, Birmingham, Nottingham Forest. Sheffield Wednesday and Brentford. Reading and Ipswich. Okay, so let's see, Bristol City weren't there as they were getting promoted from League One. Preston North End were also getting promoted from League One. QPR had got relegated from the Championship, relegated from the Premier League. So we can get rid of Bristol City, get rid of Preston North End, and get rid of Queen's Park Rangers. So next up we're on to 2013-2014. So he's been there 6 years. The Leeds were there 6 years ago. Derby, Birmingham, Forest. Derby, Birmingham, Forest. Sheffield Wednesday was there. Reading and Ipswich. Reading and Ipswich. And the team that loses is Brentford. Brentford weren't there as they were getting promoted from League One. So we can get rid of them for the rest of the way. Then we come to 2012-2013. So that's now 7 years. So Leeds were there. Derby, Birmingham, Forest were all there. Sheffield Wednesday was there. And Ipswich Town were there. So there was no team getting rid of. Oh, sorry, there was one. Reading. So Reading lost out as they weren't there that year. They were getting relegated from the Premier League. So we can say cheerio to Reading. Next up we have 2011-2012. So that was 8 seasons ago. So we have Leeds were there. Derby, Birmingham, Forest. Derby, Birmingham, Forest. And they were all there. Sheffield Wednesday weren't there because they were getting promoted from League One, and Ipswich were there. So we can get rid of Sheffield Wednesday. So we're now down to just 5 teams left. So we're back to 2010-2011. So that's now 9 years. So Leeds were there. Derby were there. Nottingham Forest were there. And Ipswich Town were there. And we didn't have Birmingham because Birmingham were getting relegated from the Premier League. You wouldn't have thought Birmingham has been out of the Premier League so long, 8 years ago. Okay, 2009, 2010, which is now 10 years ago. We don't have Leeds. We have Derby and we have Forest. And we have Ipswich Town. So we don't have Leeds, as Leeds were getting promoted from League One. So there's Torachuk or Leeds. So then we have 2008, 2009, which is now 11 years ago. Derby were still there, as was Nottingham Forest, and so were Ipswich Town. So we get rid of no one there. Then we go to 2007, 2008, and we don't have Derby, we don't have Nottingham Forest, but we do have Ipswich. So Derby were getting relegated from the Premier League with the lowest ever points total, 11 points, and Nottingham Forest are getting promoted from League One, which just leaves Ipswich Town. And in fact, kept on scrolling back through the different divisions. Ipswich Town has been there since 02-03, so 17 years, 16 years in the championship, and it's not looking too good this season for them to make it any longer. But Ipswich are the longest team in the championship, currently at 16 years, 18, 19, so that'll be 16 years. 5 years longer than Nottingham Forest and Derby County. So there you go. There's a breakdown of how long the teams have been in the championship. So thanks for watching, and cheery bye. Obviously these are